Where's the best storm in the land? Not near a beach or on the sand. Boston, Mass, that's what they say. 98 Hemenway, gonna take the world today. This storm is here to stay. 98 Hemenway.
I borrowed Brian's laptop because mine was in the shop and I had to finish a project, and he left this in the CD drive.
This is a German film called Necromantic, and it's about people having sex with dead bodies.
Yeah, he showed me Necromantic. It was gross.
When Don saw this movie, he threw up in his mouth a little bit, 3 times, and he cried.
Dude and a chick and a body. Ugh. We're not talking like a fresh body. We're talking... Ugh. And the eyeball. Oh, God. I really did almost puke 3 times. And I was in tears. I've never been the same.
You see, me and Don have had a long-standing rivalry, and the way it'd start out is, while we're eating dinner, we'd start out with little things like your mama jokes and things like that, and then it'd start to get into grandmothers, and then it eventually escalated to the point where we would just try and gross each other out the most. And it wasn't just making stuff up on the fly. We started to send each other pictures through email.
So, Brian shows me this this image of a mouse in a mouse trap. There's another mouse mounting the mouse.
I remember one of the things he sent me was a guy eating a dead baby.
And I showed him, I think it was Tub Girl and Lemon Party. Lemon Party is a wonderful image of 3 elderly men just in a loving act within each other at the same time. And then he shows me that scat porn.
There was actually this one that was very memorable. The camera was right up against, and you can see it, pushing like it wants to come out, and it comes out little and sucks back in. And then it finally comes out, and then you see the girl there, plop right into her mouth.
Apparently there's a sequel, but we have yet to watch it. Actually, I do scat porn now to pay for college. Hey, it's not like you're in it.
But, it got worse and worse and worse until finally I had to bring out the big boys, and I got this movie.
So, the Aristocrats thing has been a long-running competition between Brian and I think this time I've got him. So, hopefully that's going to work out nicely. So, a family walks into a talent agent. It's a father, mother, brother, sister, and their dog, Fifi. Say, I've got this great act for you. All we need is a good agent. The agent says, fine, what do you do? And the father says, we got to show you. So he instantly drops his pants. There's a hemorrhoid the size of a small child's fist. And the mother gets on her knees, bends him over the desk, starts gnawing on his hemorrhoids while he moans in pleasure. The dog, Fifi, jumps on the wife's back, starts humping her. She pulls down her pants and the dog inserts itself rectally.
Now you see the dad's back is covered in hair and boils. You see, so then the daughter goes up and she starts popping the boils with her teeth, and she starts licking up the pus, and tearing out the hair and eating it and shit. Meanwhile, the son goes up, pulls down her pants, starts fucking her in the ass, and then pulls out, starts fisting her and all that shit. He goes and he starts sucking on Fifi's little dick, like that, real nice and smooth, and then Fifi comes, then the dad comes, and then the mom goes and licks it up off the floor.
And then walks the Olsen twins.
Alright, so they get buck-ass naked, start lezzing out on the floor, but in the pocket of Mary Kate's pants, the brother finds a knife, and he cuts into the side of his father, and starts fucking the wound. The mother sitting there licking up the blood and rubbing it all over her face while the sister performs satanic rituals to bring up, as we all know, Jesus.
It was magical.
Jesus instantly appears in the room to be crucified on the wall while the brother sucks him off.
So then the Olsen twins take the knife, cut off Jesus' dick, and then start drinking the blood that starts squirting out like that, you know, while the son has the dick in his mouth and he starts chewing it like a chew toy.
Did we mention that Mary Kate's on the rag?
And then what they do then after that is they go take the knife, cut the dog open from the groin up to the mouth, take out the intestines and fuck them.
So Mary Kate, bleeding from the cunt, pulls open her cheeks and shits all over the dog's intestines. Then the son starts eating it and rubbing the shit and blood and puke and pus all over his face. This obviously is going to give him a nasty infection that he then pops right into the eye of his mother, goops out her eye, and fucks her in the skull.
Now what we didn't know was that the mother was about 3 months pregnant. She has a miscarriage, and then they fuck the fetus.
So then the fetus, the brother takes the knife, and amazingly, in the desk of the talent agent, there's a fork, and he starts eating the fetus, right? He gets to the liver, and it's that tiny little underdeveloped liver, and he goes and shoots it out of his mouth across the room, hitting Jesus in the fucking nose. Right? Now Jesus is in there, his dick's cut off, it's a fucking wound, right? So the father, in his usual pose, his father comes up and starts fucking the wound. He's fucking Jesus like a lady.
Because he's Jesus and he likes that.
Bleeding all over the place. Jesus says, "Father, why hast thou forsaken me?"
Now luckily, at this time, maggots have developed within the dog's wounds. So then the daughter comes and starts eating the maggots while fucking the oh shit, she doesn't have a dick, does she? She's got a dick. She's got a dick and she's fucking the dog. It magically appears. Jesus is there, right? Meanwhile, Jesus comes down, God gives him a dick too, and then he starts sucking it himself. Because he can do that, he's Jesus, right? And then the dad goes and then he starts fisting Jesus in the ass like that.
And Tony Danza walks in the room and slaps him in the face with his cock and says, "Who's the boss?" And then the talent agent says, "Wow, that's a hell of an act. What do you call it?" And they say, "The Aristocrats." But then the talent agent says, "Come on, man, anybody can do that. The question is, can you do this?"
Is that your underwear, Don?
98 Hemenway, gonna take the world today. This storm is here to stay. 98 Hemenway.